Oh my goodness.
Hi.
Hello. Happy
Happy
New
New Year,
Year.
everybody.
My goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited to start the new year with y'all and with you, Katie, I suppose. Like, you're not
Why am
terrible
I
company.
an afterthought? What is this? Hurt.
Yeah. This is nothing new. You know I always bully you, so.
I wouldn't want to start 2023 any other way.
Hey, I saw the pictures in your journal that you exposed to the internet.
Yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed those pictures of
I
Cassandra.
particularly liked the tomato cast. That is just too iconic.
That was my absolute favorite picture.
Oh my goodness. I'm at work, so I can't read, but I'm still here for the vibes. Our vibes? What vibes? Oh my goodness. I'm literally so excited. I have been in such a reading mood lately. And by lately, I mean yesterday. I sat and read for 3.5 hours.
Oh, nice. What'd you read?
The Toll. It's the last book in the Arc of the Scythe by Neil Shusterman trilogy. It was an adventure. Yeah, that's that's all I'm gonna say. It was something.
I guess it is the third book in the series, so what more is there to say?
Yeah. Oh, Millie, you have excellent reading tastes. Ranger's Apprentice? That is what I love to hear.
Wow, you're finally influencing people.
Please.
She's
I
an
have my readathon
influencer.
planned. I'm going to announce it in a little bit. I'm just fleshing out the last details. And I had some art commissions that I was waiting on too.
Oh, she's a career woman.
Please. Oh my goodness.
Oh, somebody woke up to snow. That sounds lovely, honestly.
Sure. Well, okay. Here's my thoughts on snow. If it snows in places it usually snows, I'm like, yes, the snow is the vibe. But like when it
But not
snows
in
in
Texas.
Texas, when it snows in Texas,
You're not equipped
these
for the snow
Texans
in
can't drive.
Texas.
These Texans cannot drive. They do not know. Yeah, no, it's bad.
Somebody asked me if my tank top is from Target. It is.
You wear that tank quite a bit, I feel like.
I have this
It's just
tank
like
top in like 6 different colors, and I just wear them all the time because I like how it
solid.
looks. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Big.
have like a basic tank top set of like 4. Just can't go wrong.
I know.
I read the whole second half of The Stationery Shop. I'm in the middle of that. Thank goodness for Reading Friends because I have quite the book hangover this morning. Oh no. I'm like 100 pages into The Stationery Shop and I'm not like super into it. It is a book club book, so that's why I'm reading it. But I heard it gets really good the second half. I'm just like waiting for it to get good. Oh, I do need y'all's help though, because I can't decide on what book I want to read today. In the sprints, so we have Legendborn, or we have The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Very different vibes. So
I vote.
leave your vote.
Do I? Can I vote?
You may, yeah, but leave your
I
vote
vote
in the
for
chat.
Legendborn.
Legendborn.
Yeah, because I need to start Bloodmarked. Me and
I thought you
Elaine
were
were
funny
like,
reading it with Elaine.
yeah, we're gonna finish by early January, but I'm still on page 50. I've been on page 50 for like a month. Oh,
Oh, I'm
Legendborn.
seeing lots of Legendborn.
I think Legendborn is better for the season.
Ooh,
Cozy up
have
with
it.
the fantasy.
I think Legendborn has won. I'm excited. I do own the second book too, though, so if I finish it today and I really love it, I can just hop right into the second one.
Right in. That's what I'm probably going to be reading today.
The second one?
Probably. We'll see. I still haven't decided.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I know what I'm
this.
reading for the sprints.
I'm reading that.
But
I'm reading Chain of Gold.
for the sprints, I'm reading Edge Dancer, which is a novella for the Stormlight Archive.
Look at you. Did you finish the second book?
I did. I finished it on the 30th, so I managed to finish it.
I'm so proud.
I know. I'm also just like really impressed that I managed to read an 1,100-page book in a week. So
I am also impressed. If you didn't know, Katie has been trying to read, what was it called?
Words of Radiance.
Words of Radiance.
Which is the second book in the Stormlight Archive.
For a while. So her wanting to pick up Words of Radiance was like me needing to finish the Wiseman's Fear. So
actually, I just really wanted to put Cass to shame and finish my adult fantasy book in a week.
Just because it took me 11 months means nothing.
We all have our...
But we're like the Stormlight Archive series is complete, right?
No.
It's not?
There's gonna be 10 books in this series and only 4 are out. What? I had no idea there were...
Okay. I'm scared. Because I wanted to read that. The first book.
Like, it's so good. You gotta read it.
I mean, that's what I said about The Wiseman's Fear. I'm like, it's so good. Has the third book come out in 11 years? No.
Okay, but I have faith in Brandon Sanderson. That man's like a machine. He'll finish it.
Okay, fair enough. All my electronics have been like buzzing around me today. Like I was starting my vlog. If you don't, well, we didn't say, but Kate and we're filming a 24-hour reading vlog together today. This is how we're starting off.
I ran out of time to even film my intro for it.
I wasn't expecting to have time to film an intro. I literally was like, maybe I'll do the sprints and then pretend like I did the intro before. Anyways, all my electronics keep buzzing. That's what I was saying. I don't know. What?
That's what I'm gonna do now.
No one will ever know unless you're here.
Except for you guys.
Except for y'all. Y'all are in the know. Oh my gosh. For the first time in 3 years. Wait. No. Wait. Four years. Yeah. For the first time in 4 years, I don't have my bullet journal set up for the new month.
Wow. Look at you.
Horrible. It feels horrible. Like, this is not how I expected to start 2023 off. However, I did sketch. Oh my gosh. I want to show y'all. Faith sent last night. I saw it at 3 a.m, but you know your bookshelf spread where you like draw all the books and stuff?
Yeah.
I've never done one of those and I wasn't planning on it, but then Faith sent hers and I was like, oh, that's kind of cute. Like now I kind of want to do one. So then I stayed up till 3:30 a.m. sketching this. And it's kind of like medieval-y.
Ah, yes.
So I have like a medieval window and like weapons and stuff.
Very nice.
I'm really excited to ink it, but I was like, I really need to set up January, and I just hadn't yet.
Oh, well. What can you do? We all have things.
Yeah, well, the day I was going to set it up, I destroyed my car, so I had to get that fixed.
So sorry.
Listen, the curb was very aggressive. It wasn't that expensive to fix, though.
Oh, that's good.
If I took it into the shop, it would have been $500. But my dad was like, we're not doing that. And he like bought the parts. And we spent like 2.5 hours fixing it. And it was only like $100.
Wow. So, I didn't even get a chance to take a stab at it. I told her I was going to come and fix it with my engineering expertise.
Yeah. The front like bumper was damaged on like the inside. But I mean, it's duct taped right now, and it's fine.
You know,
it's fine.
I'm sure you get the gist. Like it's a car, yeah.
Yeah, the duct tape just adds like a little bit of like crafty charm to it, you know?
Yeah, like it's like a little accessory.
Mm-hmm. It's very DIY-esque. I haven't finished, Darcy, neither have I. I have not finished filling in my last year's journal. Like, I did a little bit yesterday, but I still have, like, my scrapbook pages that I need to do. I just haven't had time. But I'm off for the entire week from work, which is, like, really exciting. Minus the part where I won't be getting, like, paid and stuff. But...
Details.
Details, exactly. They close the restaurant twice a year for a week each, so... Yeah, I think the owner's like on a cruise and my manager's on a cruise. I don't know. They're doing stuff. Duct tape wallets, no duct tape cars 2023.
Please. I loved making duct tape wallets. I was one of those people.
I was one of the duct tape pen girlies. Those flower pens.
Yeah.
Good
I
shit.
used to I feel like I've already told you guys this, but I used to make things out of Capri Sun pouches a lot.
You have.
I don't know, like, why, but I was like, "This is so cool."
You said the superior material is Capri Sun pouches.
Yeah. I literally, like, I made a tote bag, and I took it to school every day with my stuff in it. Can't
I
lie.
love it.
It
I
was
bet
pretty
you thought it was
fun.
like the pinnacle of design. You're
No, I
like,
really did. I was like,
my Capri Sun bag.
"New York Fashion Week, here I come."
Instead of like a crochet like montage, you do like a Capri Sun montage. Going
Never
back to your
again.
roots.
Never again will I revisit that concept.
How many Capri Suns would you have to drink to like make that bag though?
A lot. And I would always, like, drink them from the bottom so that I didn't, like, puncture the hole, like, the actual hole, and then I could just, like, sew them closed. Oh, Faith asked, "How did I wash the pouches?" I don't think I did, to be honest. It was no, like, it was literally sticky. Like, the bag was sticky.
Oh, delightful. Oh my gosh. You know what? I had a rubber band purse.
A rubber band purse?
Yes. You
How?
remember Rainbow Loom?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I made a purse and I carried that shit around as if I was the pinnacle of fucking fashion. That
No
just like came to
offense,
me.
but I
It
think
was
my Capri
pink,
Sun
black, and white.
ooh, good color scheme, though.
Hmm. I mean, in normal circumstances, yes, but it was like pink, black, and white stripes. A little less so.
As
It's
long as it
fine.
wasn't, like, chevron.
I ran a whole ass like Rainbow Loom business. Like that was my first business as a kid. First, it was well, no, it was like the third grade. It was like string bracelet and bead bracelets. When we were like waiting to be picked up by our parents, I'd have like a lunchbox and be like $1. Anyone want to buy? I think I sold like two,
A young
and then
entrepreneur.
and then in the fifth grade, I think, is when I started my business selling. I would go to like art shows and stuff. I don't know. People are like fascinated by the rubber band situation. So I made decent money. It all went back into the business. So maybe not decent money, but
I
I had a lot of fun.
I didn't have a business, but I used to make things out of, like perler beads where you, like, put them in, like, a
Mhm.
little peg thing. I tried
And
to
then you
sell
iron
those
it.
once. Oddly enough, nobody bought them. I was a little
Mm.
hurt, I can't lie.
Your first failed business venture.
Yeah, there have been many. Have been many.
Most of mine succeed. Not gonna lie. No, I'm kidding. Not to brag, but no. Oh my gosh, I'm designing a website right now, and I have put so many hours in this website, and I still hate how it looks.
I thought it was looking pretty snazzy. I got the sneak peek, obviously. I can leave
There's just like some pages that I just don't have like it's just a whole thing. And I'm just like, how long is this gonna take?
I can't even think about, like, designing something digitally like that. Like, I have, like, trouble setting up a Notion page, and that's, like, bare minimum.
Oh my gosh. No, Notion took forever when I set it up 2 years ago. Like, I trying to convince people to like try Notion and start Notion is like a whole journey in itself because you're gonna sit there for like 8 hours just trying to figure out how to use the website to like set everything up.
I was so confused. Although, I haven't changed them since I set them up the first time, so I think I did something right. So do you have
You're not getting to see those rubber band purses. Linda is long gone.
damn,
Unless
that's
I
so
find
sad.
it when I'm like going through my old stuff. But rubber band's just gonna get like hard and like crispy and just not great.
Oh wait, are they like the really skinny ones? Or, like, are they the
Not
thicker ones?
they're not like really skinny, but like they're like the little tiny ones.
I never used Rainbow Loom, so I don't know.
Yeah. They did come out though, like Rainbow Loom came out with like some sort of like I don't know how else to put it other than like lotion, like oil lotion situation that you would like brush onto the rubber bands to make them last longer.
Hmm.
I made like dragons and shit. There was like this YouTube channel. She would like exclusively make tutorials. They were like 12 videos long. Like each of them were like an hour, and it was a whole endeavor to make these dragons. But then you would like wire them and you could like pose them and shit. I gave my dad like 6 or 7, 6.
Wait,
They
do you
like
have
I
one
did
of
like
those?
I will ask my parents to send me a picture because they have them at their house. But
I want
like
to see.
I started with like the small ones, and then I made one I think that was like the wingspan alone was like the size of my forearm. Like
Wow.
it was massive. I don't know how I sat and did that.
Somebody asked when I'll be posting my Words of Radiance vlog. It was supposed to go up this morning,
Yeah.
and then I ran out of time. I'm so close to finishing it, but like I don't have time to obviously do it right now. So, and we're doing a readathon, so I don't know if I'm gonna have time to like edit it today or anything, but I might try and post it tomorrow morning. We'll see.
You can probably edit it. Well, I mean, I don't know. You'll figure it out. It'll be
Yeah,
fine.
like
I
I
did
don't
have a
have
moment right before the stream started. I was like, "There's Katie's new video. It's not there." But in
I
the
got to
meantime, I posted a new video, so you
I
can
got to
check
watch
that out.
8 minutes of it. It was great.
Have you posted a wrap up yet?
No, I need to post. I'm gonna post it sometime next week.
Gotcha. That's what I filmed the other day. Or I posted today, filmed the other day. Whatever. My hair looks really good in that video, I'm not gonna lie. That's the no, listen. It was the first time I've ever like French braided my hair myself. I usually have other people do it, and I
In
was
your
like,
wrap up video.
mm-hmm.
I'm excited to watch the rest of it because I want to hear your thoughts on Guild because I know you gave it a 2 stars. And I'm so curious.
I I didn't know like anything about it other than like it was a loose Midas retelling. And I didn't know how smutty it was until there I was at work. I put my earbuds in and I started it and I was just like,
Oh, you were listening to the audiobook?
yeah. At work. I was like, nobody look at me. Yeah, my friend gave me her Audible password and she was reading it at the same time you were. And I was like, ooh, that is like fate telling me to read this series.
Are you going to continue?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
You
the
just have to
first
get
book,
through the first book. So
it's not
I got
like
through
the first book isn't. It's a lot, and like it's not good, really.
Yeah. I was like, why are there suddenly pirates?
No, literally, that's when they came out. I was like, what's going on?
What's going on? How did they get here?
They were snow.
Someone asked if The Way of Kings was difficult to read or understand. I only read YA fantasy, and I'm afraid I will not understand anything.
You know, I think the book's really long, but I think it's pretty easy to like get into. It was one of the first like adult fantasies that I'd ever read, and I found it to be very easy to understand. And it's just great overall. And I think it's a really good starting point, to be honest, with like adult fantasy.
Yeah. I haven't read any Brandon Sanderson books, but yeah, I agree.
My goal for the next 2 years is to make it through all of the Cosmere books, which is like that series, and then like Mistborn. Yeah, it's kind of those two, and then there's like some others.
Wait, is that like the same universe?
Yeah, yeah. They're like I don't exactly know how to explain it because like I'm not that well versed in like the Brandon Sanderson books, but it's kind of like just they all take place in the same universe, but like different planets almost.
Oh.
They all like they're like different magic systems, but I think they are like there are connections between them.
I feel like I will definitely love the series, so I'll eventually pick it up. It's on my 2023 TBR, which really means nothing because, well, I feel like my 2023 TBR is easier to like stick to than like monthly TBRs, but I still throw them out there anyways, hoping that I might stick to a TBR one day. Oh,
I
yes.
mean,
Someone started Name in the Wind. It's
hey,
so
I
good.
have that one from the library. I don't have my copy of it yet, but I have a book, so
Yeah,
I
I'm
could.
putting it in book depository. Faith, listen, I know that. I know it's a crime. It's gonna be rectified in 2023, okay?
Yeah, that is a crime, to be honest.
It's a crime that most of you haven't read Ranger's Apprentice, but am I dissing y'all for that?
Hey, I have.
Now. Because I
Yeah.
forced you to.
Yeah. I read 2 books, so give me some credit here.
Queen of Shadows from Throne of Glass. Haley, no, I felt that. There are so many POVs, and it only gets worse.
In Throne of Glass.
Like it's good, but like I really recommend tandem reading. What's the tandem read? Tower of Dawn and Empire Storms. Because when you tandem read that, it's like a little more digestible going into Kingdom of Ash because there are literally like 7 POVs you're following, like 10 billion different plot lines. Like it's a whole thing.
I have so many issues with Sarah J. Maas POVs.
There's always that one POV you just never want to read about in every book.
Like multiple POVs right now in Empire of Storms that I just like do not care about, and I haven't gotten myself to pick it up in like a month.
Have you grown to like the one POV that you didn't like in the other one? Okay.
That's like my favorite POV now. The rest of them I'm like, no.
They're my favorite character.
I do really like them now.
No, I feel like she doesn't do a great job with like having the plots easy to follow. Like it really does jump around. But the book I just read was jumping around in time. Like they would explain something and they would like mention a situation that happens. Like let's say like a character dies. You're like, oh, wait, what the fuck? And then you're like back in that character's perspective. You're like, but I thought he dies. And so then it's just like, it's so weird.
What book is this?
The Toll.
Oh, okay.
That was one I finished yesterday.
Somebody said I spend the first few sentences of every chapter trying to figure out who's talking.
Until you really know the characters, yeah.
You know, somebody says that Sarah J. Maas did start writing Throne of Glass at 16, but I think the beginning books are easy to follow. It's like the later ones that I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
It gets more into like almost like a high fantasy genre of like the world being complex. And that's something that I realized with books like that have complex like magic systems or like plot lines and stuff. Unless I'm like really invested, I'm just gonna like read the book and stay confused and be okay with being mostly confused unless I'm invested in going to reread it. Because like with the Toll that like the book I just read, I wasn't like super invested to like care about every like how all the politics were going in this character in that situation. I was like, I'm just gonna enjoy my time while I'm here, and if I don't understand something, like that's not the end of the world. I don't have the brain power to like try to sit and like digest and understand unless I'm like really invested in a series.
I figure like if I don't understand it, then I could like reread it, and then if I don't want to reread it, then I don't care if I understand it.
All right. At that point, I'm just there for the vibes.
Yeah.
What are some good fantasy romance series?
Can I be basic and say ACOTAR?
ACOTAR is really good.
You read the Bridge Kingdom series by Danielle L. Jensen. I've only read the first one. But it's really good.
I can never think of books off the top of my head. Like the second I'm quizzed, I'm like, what are books? Do I know a single book?
What are books? I mean,
Horrible. I like that. That was a fun romance. I like Cassandra Clare books. I know they're not for everyone, but I love the Shadowhunter world.
You know, the Plated Prisoner series is a good fantasy romance. Don't judge it by the first or really the second book, to be honest. It gets better in the second book. The Plated Prisoner series, which is the like Guild and Glint and like those, it gets a lot better as you go on.
Okay, but the fan art is so good. I did a little Google.
Honestly, I don't like looking at fan art for a lot of series because like the men just never look how I want them to look. I'm like, they're really hot in my head, but I don't want to see how other people interpret them.
I guess that's fair. But those books are so pretty. Like the not the marketing team. I mean, maybe the marketing team. The graphic designers, they popped off on both covers.
I know.
I was
I like the black covers the most, but I do like the white
Did
hardcovers
you
too.
see how the white spines look all together? There's like
Mhm.
gold dripping throughout the
I
series
know,
on the bottom and the
it's so
top.
cool.
It's so good. I would probably get the black ones too though, because those also pop off. But they're so expensive on Amazon. I was like, no, ma'am.
You should look at Blackwell's. They're a lot cheaper in the UK, so you
Okay.
should check that out.
Or a book depository.
Yeah, they might have
But
them too.
I am on a book buying ban for as long as it takes for me to buy my ticket to Japan. Once I do that, I'll come off my book buying ban. But in the meantime,
I think I said I was gonna go on a book buying ban in January, so me too. I mean, I'm gonna buy like the 3 new releases that I want to read, but aside from
right,
those,
because
no
those
new
don't count.
books.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to buy like any books we choose for the book club. But we already have next month's book club book picked.
Yes.
So y'all get no say. It's mostly for the aesthetic, but other than that,
No, like
it's
we'll
also
tell
gonna be
you
really
that
good.
like the UK cover of this book is like the prettiest book I've ever seen in my
It's
entire
stunning.
freaking life.
It's stunning. It's pastel, if that gives you any hint.
But no other hints will be
No
given.
other hints. It's on the hush hush. Yeah, I'm trying to stay on the book buying ban because I'm doing a bit of like a beginning of the year book unhaul because like the more books that I collect, the easier it is for me to unhaul books. I feel like when you're first starting a collection, like you want your collection to look very impressive, so you're going to keep books that you don't typically like or would typically keep.
Yeah.
But the more I look at my bookshelf, I'm like, okay, the Betrothed by Kira Cass needs to go. I once started that book. Like, why is it still there? The Delirium series, I'm like, that needs to go. Just
Damn. I need
I'm
to do
just
it.
ready to do a little bit of an unhaul to make space for some newer books. Plus, when I move, like, I was doing the math, and I think it's gonna take like 25 file boxes to move
Oh
all
my
my books
god.
because it took 11, and I've now like doubled the size of my collection.
I'm gonna do a book on haul soon. I mean, I do like a decent amount of book on hauls like throughout the year just to keep
Mhm.
things fresh, but you can do another one.
Yeah, it's just like sucks because you like know you spent money on those books at the beginning of the year, and then to be like, I never touched that book, and now I'm just getting rid of it. I'm like, maybe I need to
Oh,
control my book buying.
a lot of the books that I'm unhauling I've already read. They just deserve it.
Oh, some of the books I'm unhauling, I just have not read in like 4 years. I'm like, well, if I haven't touched it in 4 years, what makes me think I'm gonna touch it now?
That's also valid.
Ooh, the first awkward silence of the stream.
Oh, I was reading. There's long comments right now.
Yeah, no.
Oh, somebody's doing biology homework. I'm so sorry. Sending you all the good vibes
Oh
for your
my
bio
god.
homework.
I have to go to my college and make sure that they accepted my application because I'm like, where's my email? Where's my email? I'm doing part-time classes. I've decided.
Ooh, nice. Do you know what kind of classes you're gonna take?
No, because I just want to get my basics done, and so I have to get my transcript from my past school, the one I attended first semester and then dropped out of. It's gonna cost me $20.
$20.
$20 for a transcript. I'm like,
Highway robbery.
UT does not need any more money. I already know that's going straight to the sports team. Freaking hate American colleges.
He says I'm going to university this year and I already don't want to leave them. I'm assuming you're talking about your books, but I feel that because like most of the time like all my books are here. So when I'm at school, I'm like, oh, my collection's so sad because I have like a fifth of them maybe with me at school, but I feel that.
Yeah, I had like a rolling cart and it was mostly filled with Ranger's Apprentice, and that's all I read in college was Ranger's Apprentice because I didn't have time to
Yeah.
like devote my time to any books that I hadn't already read.
I didn't even read freshman year, so I like 2 books with me. That was it.
What 2 books do you remember?
I think it was Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets and The October Country by Ray Bradbury.
Interesting, interesting
Yeah.
selection.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna reread Harry Potter this year.
I keep
It's been a
thinking
hot minute.
about doing a reread, but then I'm like, this is a 7-book series.
I think I'm gonna slowly buddy read them with my friend from Hungary. We're gonna like read. I'm just gonna keep pace with her. So I don't
I
know
have
if I'll complete the series this year, but
I have
excited.
2 series that I'm planning on rereading this year.
Ooh,
Yes.
Akatar
Yeah, Akatar.
and what other series
Actually
did you really
3, I
enjoy?
guess.
Clockwork.
Yeah, but that one's gonna be later because I don't have time to reread it
Two.
before Chain of Thorns comes out. But then the other 2 are just the other books in the last hours. I need to reread those
Oh,
in
okay.
January.
Look at that. I guess 2 out of the 3. That's
It's not that
solid.
hard.
It's like I know you.
Yeah.
No, Harry Potter really is kind of fun to read because it does kind of romanticize school a little bit. Mine is like the looming death threat every book, but it's a
Sometimes I
fun
need
time.
that. Like, it could be worse.
I do want to reread Akatar this year, but I think I want to listen to like the what's the audiobook called? Like
Just like the new ones.
yeah, the new ones that have like a full cast
Yeah.
and stuff. I want to listen to those. So I'll eventually do that. There's a lot of books that I want to reread this year, but I think I'm gonna stick with like my rereading ban, but like have like a set limit of how many rereads I can do.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to spiral back into 2020 Cass or 2021 Cass. She was struggling with her rereads. I haven't sat down and really fleshed out my 2023 TBR, but I feel like
Give
there's
us
not
an
like
idea.
too many books on it. Give you an idea. The
Yeah.
second you ask about books, I'm like, what are books? Do I know
Books?
books? What
What's
are those?
books?
Mistborn and not Words of Radiance, whatever the series is
Hey,
called.
maybe Words of Radiance if you read The Way of Kings.
Maybe. Trying to look at my bookshelf here. Books have been sitting. Oh, the Last Magician series for sure, because it's completed and I just need to actually read it. Um,
Is that
I'm
it?
like, what are books? I don't know. That's mostly it right now that I can think of. I mean,
I'm in,
technically, the Last Hours trilogy and Babel and Legendborn. I guess.
I haven't fully fleshed mine out either, but I know like Mistborn's gonna be on there and Oathbringer, which is the 3rd book in the Stormlight Archive.
Is Mistborn complete?
Yeah, I
Okay.
actually I know that for the era 1 of Mistborn is complete. I don't know about the second era of it. Anyway,
Oh, rereading Name of the Wind. That's on my TBR.
I'm gonna read House of Sky and Breath this year. Probably hate it.
Does the new book come out this year?
I don't
The
think
third
she's
one?
announced anything about it. I'm not sure.
Let me ask the Google. When does the third Crescent City book come out? Hmm. It says 2023.
Hmm. Well, then I really need to read House of Sky and Breath.
What do you think this one's going to be called?
House of well, I mean they're aren't they in the beginning of like House of
Well, there's
Blood?
4 in the beginning, I'm pretty sure. Mm, does it not? Oh, yeah, I forgot she went on a maternity leave. So, anticipating late 2023 or early 2024. I wouldn't be surprised if it was 2024 versus 2023 because it's a hefty book. I'm sure it's going to be over 1,000 pages.
Has she had a book that's over 1,000 pages yet?
Um, no. Kingdom of Ash was close. It was like 970, which
I think
like I didn't realize when the first time I read it, it was that long.
yeah.
Yes, and the next Crescent City will be released before the next ACOTAR book. So
So
unfortunately, we're gonna be like 2025 before we get another ACOTAR book,
it's a depressing thought.
if that. But hey, by then we'll have a new Avatar movie. Speaking of, I freaking love the new Avatar movie. Not to slip that into conversation, but oh my gosh.
I've never even seen the first one. I feel like I should though.
I feel like that's a crime. It was one of the highest grossing movies of all time.
Good for
Good
them.
for Avatar. Good for
Yeah.
Avatar.
I was like, do I know anybody that's in
Oh,
that
it's
movie?
stunning. It's like a stunning combination of like CGI and like the art is insane and it's just so pretty.
I just don't know how I feel about the CGI. Like I've never watched a movie like that before, so obviously I should try it out. But I'll be
The first one, now that I've seen the second one, is like, ooh, like that was 2009 shit. But now we're 2022 shit, and it's insane.
somebody's
And they
saying
filmed the third one, so that was
they
exciting.
have.
They filmed the second and the third ones at the same time because there's children in the series, and so in order for them to not age, they just filmed everything in one go.
Wow, that makes so much sense.
Yeah, that's snazzy.
And someone said they're trying to get the old Throne of Glass covers before they get a revamp.
Bro, the revamps are so ugly.
I hate the revamps, honestly.
They're so ugly.
Like they look so just like boring.
They look like they're trying to market towards like adult fantasy.
Yeah, and
Like
like
the boring adult fantasy. Like the mass market paperback type shit. Like it's so ugly.
when I
Like
saw them, I was so sad.
I don't get what Sarah J. Maas is doing. Like she has these stunning covers and then she downgrades them all.
I
And makes
know.
them
I was like,
ugly.
what's with the ACOTAR covers? Still not over it. But now this.
Yeah. Oh, I'm still not over the ACOTAR cover situation. No.
They're so
Makes me
bad.
so angry.
Well, actually, I wouldn't call them bad, but they're just like not good.
Yeah. We usually try to talk for like a half hour before we
Oh, that's
start
not
our
happening.
sprints. And it's been like 40 minutes. So why not make it 45 and then we'll start?
Yeah, we'll start in like 8 minutes.
See, Katie and I, we discuss these reading sprints, and we are complete opposites when it comes to like what part of these sprints we like. Like, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love talking to y'all. Like, that is also like one of my favorite parts, but I also love reading. So I love both, I would say. Katie just does not want to read the reading sprints. She just wants to talk to y'all all the time.
I don't love doing reading sprints. Like I love like my favorite part is like right now where we're just like chatting, having a back and forth. The instant feedback is always just like so much fun. But when Cass is like, "Oh, should we like start the sprint?" I'm like, "No." Like I don't know. I just the thought of like reading for 30 minutes isn't hard, but like doing it on a live, I'm like I can't focus on anything.
I just get, depending on what book, I just get too invested in the book, and then I don't want to return to talking to y'all. I'm like, hold on. Like when I was finishing Wiseman's Spear last sprint, I was like, I have 10 pages left, and we were like wrapping up the vlog, and I was like, can we end this? I really want to finish these last 10 pages. So when asked what the book of the month, or book for the month, book of the month, it's The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. Which I'm supposed to read The Name of the Wind and Babel. Both are book club books, and those are some hefty books, I realized. I was like, damn, I'm gonna have to be on top of my reading this month.
Good luck. If I had like 2 book clubs going, I feel like I might combust.
Yeah, and I joined someone else's book club, so then I have that book. I'm like, wow, I have like 3 required readings this month.
What's the other book club?
It's Christy Ann Jones' Patreon book club. She's one of my favorite booktubers. I don't remember what the book is called that we're reading. Hold on. Because it actually had like a really, really interesting premise. And I was like, that sounds really good. And I had never heard of it before.
Okay.
Oh, my internet is being slow as hell.
Well, somebody asked how often we do sprints. While she's looking that up, I'll tell you. We usually do them once a month, but this month we're doing them twice just because I have some extra time this month. So normally, like in the middle of the month is usually when we do them.
Second week. Second Saturday of every month. It's called I don't want to say khaki because I don't think it's pronounced khaki, but it's Kaikeyii. So do with that information what you will.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's interesting.
What's it about?
I just had the Goodreads up and I accidentally closed it. I was gonna tell y'all and then I swiped it closed. Okay. I want to read this and then give you a brief summary for I don't have to read it word for word.
Oh,
Princess turned warrior,
Ooh.
diplomat, and most favored queen. But as the evil from her childhood stories threaten the cosmic order, the path she forged clashes with destiny the gods have chosen for her family. They must decide if resistance is worth the destruction it will wreak and what legacy she intends to leave behind. I don't know. Seemed
Someone
interesting.
just said it's pronounced like cakey.
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 Cakey. Thank you.
What's your reading goal for 2023 if you have one? I have a few.
My 2023 reading goal or
Yeah.
goals.
It says
I
goals
have,
singular, but we can go with
like,
goals.
are we talking about like the number of books we want to read? Is that it? Or like
Maybe number.
number? Yours is 75?
50.
50?
Yeah, I always just put it at 50.
Even though how many books did you read this year? 130?
Like 139.
Anyways, I upped mine to 100. But this year I read 124, which is like the most I've ever read. So I was very, very proud of myself. I want to pick up at least one classic.
Ooh.
I don't remember which classic I wanted to pick up, but there was a classic I wanted to pick up. I want to dive into more sci-fi because I never reach for sci-fi, but I always typically enjoy sci-fi. Limit my rereads. Yeah. I haven't really thought about major goals. What about you?
I want to read, I think it was 5 classics maybe. And I want to read more high fantasy. That's like one of my main goals. And I want to read 2 books over 1,000 pages.
Ooh, she's up to her goal.
Yeah.
Are the books in the Way of Kings?
Yeah. So I'm either going to read like both of those, or I'm at least going to read one of them and then find a different book over 1,000
The Wise Man's Fear, I think. No, it's just under 1,000. Never mind.
I'll find one. If anybody has long book recs, let me know.
You could count the entirety of the Ranger's Apprentice series as one long book.
That's cheating.
I read exactly 100 books last year, so I'm striving for 100. That's so fun. I wish I read one more book because I read 124. I feel like 125 just sounds so much better. I'm in a Facebook group chat though, and people were talking about how they read like 500 books, and I was like, that is more than one book a day.
That's insane.
Like, excuse me? Like for 100 books, it's basically 2 books a week.
Which is like, even that's
Fairly
like
reasonable.
15.
Yeah. Depending on your schedules.
Yeah.
Like, what time is it for us? It is 10:44.
Me too. We're in the same time zone.
We're in the same time zone.
Oh, somebody said it was their beastie 1,000 pager in 2022. That was my beastie 1,000 plus pages. I'm saying this so wrong. I read that book in 2020, and I really enjoyed it.
I DNF that bitch after like 60 pages.
That's also valid.
Horror is not my favorite genre though, and I've accepted that I'm not going to read any horror books. It's just not my thing. So I'll stick with sci-fi. Is that a goal for you? Like at least one sci-fi book?
No.
No, not even.
I
feel like
My goal for this year is to branch out into more high fantasy. I'll
High
focus
fantasy.
on sci-fi some other time.
That sounds like a 2025 thing, because that just seems like a sci-fi year.
Like, I don't like sci-fi. I've never been interested
Yeah.
in it.
No, that's fair. That's like me with horror. Like,
Like,
I've accepted that I don't like it.
there's some genres that I'm like, at some point maybe I should like read some. But sci-fi is like bottom of the list. Somebody said the fact that Kingdom of Ash is 980 literally kills me. Sarah J. Maas, you should have written like 20 more pages. I feel like they didn't want her to have a 1,000-page book, or else she probably would have, because it would be easier for like younger audiences to want to pick it up if it didn't hit that like 4-digit mark. At least that's my theory.
Which makes like, well, maybe it sort of makes sense, but I don't know. As a kid, I was like, where are the thick books? I want the thick books. Give me Harry Potter.
I never like thought about page count when I was younger. I was just kind of like, this sounds interesting. Let's read it.
I just thought it would be cool to carry around really big books when I was young, because I'm like, look how smart and educated I am.
Please.
Ooh, someone's recommending you vampire books.
I'm always down for
They know
vampire.
you so well.
I think I have heard about Serpent in the Wings of Night. I definitely need to pick it up. I think it might be on Kindle Unlimited. Might have to look into that.
It's been 46 minutes, so you know what time it is.
I mean, we gotta go to an hour now.
No! It's time for some reading spread.
Weird, I need my camera.
Need your camera.
Oh,
I already have my camera. I was ready.
I'm not.
I just gotta turn it on. Because you ran out of time. Ah. I always love seeing the footage when I watch your vlogs of like these sprints. Because like your camera's always out of like the screen, so I never know you're filming. And then I'm like, oh, hey, I was there.
Well, I never want to be like, oh my god, guys, I'm vlogging.
Everyone say hello.
I don't even have a.
We'll do that though. Don't you worry.
Yeah, if I could find a memory card, then we can do that.
Please. I formatted all mine yesterday. I was very proud of myself. I was ready for today.
I have like 3 separate videos filmed on like these SD cards, so I don't want to delete my footage.
I can't wait till you upgrade your computer. It will solve so many of your problems.
Well, that's not a computer issue. That's a me just not editing issue.
Well, no, it's a storage problem, because typically you would store your footage on your computer.
Oh. Well, I mean, I can put it on my hard drive. I just haven't.
Okay, fair enough. I cannot argue with that logic.
Great news. I found one I can format. Don't worry, guys. Okay.
I'm going to talk to my camera real quick, y'all. Pardon me. They picked Legendborn. Yay. Okay.
That's the update.
That's the update you get. They picked Legendborn.
Subscribe for more quality content.
This is the shit you signed up for. Oh my goodness. Are these videos actually reading sprints or just talking? We should pin that comment. We should pin that comment.
Called out?
They are typically, we would typically read for, we would talk for half hour and then read for 45 to half hour. And we just, I don't know. We were in a chatty mood this morning.
Yeah. I was frazzled, so I just needed to talk for a while.
She just needed to talk into the day to get her day started.
Yeah. Also, I'm gonna adjust the camera, so don't mind me, guys.
I'm minding you right now.
I need to be able to lean against my chair, or else this is gonna be very uncomfortable.
No, yeah, I'm like, I can only sit up for so long, but the second reading sprint starts, I'm like, all right, we're chilling now.
Now we can hang out. All right.
I'm excited to start this, though. Is it quick to get into? In terms of, like...
Here's the thing. I think, like, the beginning is really interesting, and then it kind of falls off. And then it kind of gets more interesting.
Okay, so I just have to get through the middle. Got it.
So we're reading for 30 minutes.
For 30 minutes. So we will come back at 10:20. 11:20.
I did the wrong one. Don't mind me.
11:20 CST. I believe in you. You can do it.
It's been a long morning, guys. Here we go.
Have fun.
Get
Enjoy
into
y'all's books
it.
or biology homework.
Yeah, whoever's doing, I don't remember your name, but good luck with your biology homework. You got this. 'Tis 11:20. Hi.
Hi. I really like this book so far, and I'm only 66 pages in.
Very nice.
It's really good. I was like not expecting it to be modern day, like the kind of like a moral instrument situation.
Yeah.
Where it's like they don't know about the magic situation. But how'd everyone's reading go? Did we get a good chunk of the way into the books y'all were reading?
I think I read
You
like
get
42 pages. Which honestly isn't that impressive because like they're tiny pages. This book is so small and cute.
It's cute.
I'm sorry if I scared anybody.
No, literally, you scared me. I was like, holy. I hope whoever was doing biology homework finished their biology homework.
Good luck to you, my friend.
The book was starting to get really good.
Just wait. Hello to anybody who has joined recently.
Oh my goodness, I've been yawning so much.
Oh, we should talk about what we're reading again because a few people have joined late. I'm reading this book.
I'm reading this book. This is Legendborn, the first book in a Legendborn series.
This is one of the novellas for the Stormlight Archive.
Good stuff, good stuff. I'm still coming out of my book. I'm just like, it's so good already. I read about 20 pages until my cat started perching over me and started licking my hand. Please. Cats are always menacing. Menaces?
Winnie's a
whenever you're
freaking
trying to do
menace.
something.
She's always in the middle of everything.
Constantly trying to. Is Legendborn good? I'm 66 pages in and I really like it so far.
I've read the whole thing. I really enjoyed it. I think it's worth the read.
Was it a 5-star for you?
It was 4 stars. It was like a high 4 stars.
High 4 stars.
It just like, it was the middle of it that was like kind of slow for me, so I couldn't like.
Okay.
Very nice.
Nothing. Half an hour is just too short.
See, I was feeling like I was ready for it to be over.
Oh my goodness.
Although this one did go really fast. Normally they don't.
I know, that's what was annoying for me.
Oh, Darcy, your cat isn't allowed in your room while you're doing a puzzle. Honestly, valid.
Ooh. Yeah, I feel like cat. What is happening to words today? They're not coming out right. Cats would definitely wreck puzzles. I could see that happening. I feel like I would have a puzzle addiction if I like owned puzzles, but then I would get really like hyper fixated on it, and I feel like that would just like not be a great situation. I would get nothing done. I'd just be like, I have to finish this puzzle.
If somebody wants to know a good reading website for reviewing and keeping track of your books, obviously like Goodreads is a one that's very popular. You could also use Storygraph. I know a lot of people use that as well. I don't really like the user interface of Storygraph. It confuses me and I still don't know how to use it.
Yeah. No, that's fair. I really like how it stats like different like tracks different stats. Oh my gosh, I'm struggling today. But yeah, the interface is not exactly the cleanest right now. It is a newer app though, I think.
I feel
And
like
so
it
I'm not
does get
surprised that
better.
they're still fleshing out how things work. But you can transfer your data from Goodreads into Storygraph, so that's kind of convenient.
You could also you could like start a Notion page for it. I also track my books in Notion. Just for what reason I don't really
You
know, but it's kind of
do?
fun.
You have to show me your like how you sort them.
It's just like a basic table.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, but I like being able to track the format of like books that I use. So if it's like an audiobook or ebook or a library book or whatever.
That's how you fill out your bookshelf, right? Right here.
Yeah, I track it by format,
Bullet
which I'm gonna
journal.
do for like this year too because I liked that.
Yeah. I'm not doing the formats, I'm doing star ratings to track. Because I think that'd be fun to see how many 5 stars versus like 1 or 2 stars.
One of my goals, or one of my other goals for this year, is to read like more books from the library. So I wanted like a better way to see that.
Okay, that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my goal too. Our library is making me so mad though, because it's officially been like a year since they started charging people that live outside the city limits.
Yeah.
So my old address, they were gonna charge me $50 to keep my library card, and I'm like, well, I now live in Weatherford, so I just doxed myself. Well,
Nobody heard that.
I'm moving soon, so please don't come
I
and
have
kill
her
me.
address if anybody wants it.
Please no one come and kill me. I actually live in Canada. I might. Would you like some maple syrup? Please don't come and kill me. That's
What
funny.
was you just offended every Canadian ever. Somebody wants to know how to keep track
So
of
sorry.
Wattpad books. I'm not sure, but I do think like Notion could be good for
No,
Wattpad books
yeah,
too.
you have to
Because
DIY that.
it's very you can like just set it up however you want.
Yeah, I used to read Wattpad books back 2018, I think, and I would just track them like in my bullet journal. So it's whatever.
Kind of have to do a little DIY situation for it.
Ooh, any crochet projects in the works?
Not like currently in the works, but I do have like a project that I'm going to start pretty soon. And I'm going to crochet Hal's jacket, but it'll be like a cardigan, but it'll look like Hal's jacket from Hal's Moving Castle.
Fun.
Because that's one of my fave movies. So I'm like, I need to do it. I've seen a couple of them and they look really cool. I'm excited about it.
Very nice. I apologize to the Canadians.
Yeah, you
I was
offended
panicking.
Jasmine.
Jasmine, I'm so sorry.
You're
I
not
panicked.
subscribed now.
A crochet class. That's so fun that they still do things like that. Because I know when I was younger, I remember like Michael's and Hobby Lobby would have like crochet clubs. Like they had a whole like room dedicated to like knitting and crocheting clubs. And then they just stopped.
I never went to any of those. I always just taught myself online. I was
Yeah.
like, it's just me and my yarn.
I started learning how to knit with like cake craft skewers. So it's just like wooden skewers. Don't recommend that, but it's possible.
Hey, it gets the job done.
Yeah, I exclusively knit scarves, specifically Harry Potter scarves.
Nice.
It's gonna be so fun. My roommate, she crochets a lot. She's working on a bag right now, but she was gonna make a blanket and then was like, that's a lot of squares.
I considered making a blanket like over the summer, and then I was like, do I have the fortitude to push through this?
to make a blanket, yeah.
Yeah, the
I think
answer
it's
was,
on my bucket list to one day make a blanket.
I mean, they look nice.
But
It's
not
not like it would
now.
be hard.
Yeah, it's just repetitive.
Yeah. Somebody has a knitting machine.
What are those?
It's kind of sick.
Oh, the ones. Wait, is that crochet? No, that's knitting when you have like the circle
thing, yeah.
Yeah, I used to use that. That was my first introduction to knitting. Will there be another 30-minute reading in Alive? Yes. right now. No, I'm kidding. I'll give Katie more of a reprieve.
Thank you. Oh, somebody asked when my next reading vlog is coming out. Probably tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow. It was gonna go up today. I did not finish editing it in time, and now we're here. But tomorrow. It's a goal.
No one asked me when my Wiseman's Fear vlog is coming up.
Wait. Cass, when's your Wiseman's Fear vlog coming out?
I don't know. I just said that. In 11 months. I'll post it after the allotted amount of time passed of how long it took me to finish the book.
Here's another reading goal I have for 2023. We're gonna read Name of the Wind, and then I'm gonna read Wiseman's Fear in a week. Just to put Cass to shame.
I will also read The Wiseman's Fear in a week.
To put
myself to shame. Okay, no, listen. It wasn't that like the book was like too long, so it took me like 11 straight months to finish. It was the fact that I knew that the third book hasn't been released, and I just didn't want to not have more Patrick Rothfuss writing to read, and so I just wanted to like hang on as long as I could to finishing that book.
Is the King is that series? Is that the only series that Patrick Rothfuss has, or does he have more work?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. There's like a little tiny novella about one of the characters named Ari, but I think that's it. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, sorry, I just saw the cover for the little novella, but in the style that we got our new books in.
It's so cool. I'm gonna get that one. Like, I don't even care if I like this series.
The Slow Regards of Silent Things.
I need the books because they're so pretty.
They're so pretty.
I'm so excited to be able to pick up the Wiseman's Fear because that's my favorite one.
Cover-wise. Yes, with the fall leaves.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, there's a little random novella. Not the one that we were talking about. It's called The Lightning Tree.
Yeah.
The Adventures of Princess and Mr. Whiffle.
Oh, it sounds cute.
Your annotated illustrated college survival guide.
Ew.
Rick and Morty versus Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, wow.
So, a fascinating selection.
That's probably what's been keeping him busy these last 10 years.
Mr. Whiffle. That's funny. Can anyone tell if The Name of the Wind is fast-paced? I want to say not really, but it's not slow either. Because, like, how the story is told keeps things moving, because he's telling his life story of how he became, like, the renowned and famous, like, magician, essentially. And so it does jump from, like, one adventure to the next. So it, like, keeps moving, but it just depends on, like, if you're enthralled within that particular adventure or not. I don't know.
If you
it's not like super fast paced because the writing's really flowery, but it's pretty. I like it.
Okay, if you could only choose one genre to read for the rest of your life, what would it be?
High fantasy.
That's what I was gonna say.
For someone who reads very little high fantasy, I would say high fantasy, because then like there's so much more that you can like dive into. And
there's so many like different fantasy series that are all just like so incredibly long that I want to read. So I feel like that could really keep me busy.
Or we could just say fantasy, and we can branch YA and high fantasy under one umbrella.
Like there's so many different subgenres that I could like. That's basically what I read now. So yeah.
My earrings are little mushrooms. Someone asked what my earrings are. I'm not just randomly saying, oh no, they're caught in my hair. Hold on. Oh no. Little mushrooms. Wow. My parents got these for me for Christmas. My mom's like, I saw them and I knew you liked like mushroom aesthetic things. And I'm like, correct. My first time wearing them. How do you guys balance real life / time to read? I wish I could just quit my job to read all day. There is no balance. especially with us being YouTubers too. Where is
Yeah,
the balance?
there really isn't.
Um, I don't think there's a healthy way to, well, there's a healthy way to balance, I think, life and reading. I think it's just like, instead, I think reading on your phone helps a lot. Like, instead of like opening Instagram to scroll, like open a book app instead and read. Um, or like dedicate like 10 minutes before you go to bed. Like, I don't know, get it into your routine. Like, pair it with like habit pairing. Like, I don't know. It's tricky because like we read for videos too, so then we're like multitasking, so we're being productive. But
That's what I tell
I don't know,
myself.
I haven't learned how to balance life.
As far as like my schedule right now, because I'm in college, so I have like weekends off. So I always like do all of my reading on the weekends. Like I do very little reading for the most part throughout the week, unless there's like a book that I absolutely am like super enthralled with. But like for the most part, I just like read a ton during the weekend, and like I don't really do any work over the weekend because I do that during the week instead. So that's just kind of what I found that like works for me, and it also really works for like doing YouTube and stuff because I can like dedicate the weekends for like filming vlogs and stuff and getting that done. So it's kind of just how I do it.
I just have I don't know. I don't really have that good of time management, but I just sacrifice sleep, which isn't great. But I have way too much on my plate, and I'm adding college to it. I'm like, yes, I have time for dance and jiu-jitsu and kickboxing and college and YouTube and book clubs and my Etsy shop. I'm fine, everyone. I am fine. This is the face of someone very sane and calm, cool, and collected.
Have either of us picked up or read Priory of the Orange Tree? I have.
You
It was a
have.
while ago, but I have.
That's on my 2023 TBR. It's another one.
I think I liked it. I'm pretty sure I gave it a 5 star, but that was also like the very beginning of me like giving things star ratings. So I was just like, oh my god, everything's like great, 5 stars.
I still do that.
Like I give a ton of 5 stars to books. So I'm just like, if the vibes were there, it's getting a 5 star. You know?
Yeah, I'm not that picky.
No.
Although, like, when I sit and think about books after I star rate them, I'm like, maybe that needs to drop a little bit. Maybe I was a little too generous. But I don't typically. Just like,
Yeah.
the vibes were there.
Like I figure if I had a fun time and I enjoyed it, it should get a 5 star. I'm not really thinking that critically about the books that I read.
We go in for the vibes. And if the
Yeah.
vibes are good, it's getting 5 stars. Do you ever feel like you would rather relax read instead of read for YouTube? It depends, because I know Katie really loves filming reading vlogs. I don't hate filming reading vlogs. I just suck at filming reading vlogs. For example, the last reading vlog that I filmed took over 20 days for me to film and finish. And so I'm just like bad at it, which is annoying. But I mean, I read for like not YouTube all the time. Like the book I finished yesterday, I didn't vlog about. The problem is when I have really anticipated reads that I want to vlog, but then I'm not in the mood to vlog, I just don't read them.
Yeah.
So that's like Chain of Gold, Chain of Iron. I've been wanting to read those for like 2 years, and I'm like, but I want to vlog them, and I just haven't.
I like for the most part I do talk about like the books that I read in my reading vlogs just because I like the process of like giving you guys updates like halfway through the book. Like maybe you can see how my opinions have changed on it and maybe that can give you more information as to whether you want to pick up the book or not. And like I do read some books just on my own. Like if it's a book that's not like super exciting, then like I'll just read it and like not vlog about it. But for the most part, I enjoy talking about them in vlogs and it doesn't really feel like a chore or anything. So,
Linda asked, "What are your favorite books of all time?" Well, I mean, I have to say Ranger's Apprentice collectively, all the books, and probably the books that I read this year are probably like my all-time favorites. The Poppy War trilogy and the Kingkiller Chronicles. Those are easily like my top books ever. I mean, I
yeah.
got a tattoo for The Name of the Wind. I loved it that much. So,
For me, Clockwork Prince, or just like any of the books in the Infernal Devices, but if I had to choose one, it'd be that one. Strange
Twilight.
the Dreamer is probably one of my top books of all time now.
Twilight.
Honestly, probably both of the books in the Stormlight Archive, like they're so good. And I'm so sad because I think those are like the two best books like in the series. So I'm like, I started at the top. Where do I go from here? But maybe,
Twilight.
yeah, that's good.
Twilight.
Oh, Twilight. Yeah, Twilight. That's my honorable mention because I can't really say it seriously.
That's me with the K-pop books I read this year. I'm like, low-key, I want to reread them. Like, they were fun, and sometimes that's all you need with books. Not quality, just something fun.
Oh, somebody wants a very sad book. I never read sad books because I don't want to intentionally make myself sad. But do you have any?
Not like a standalone, but the Poppy War trilogy hurt my soul. And my vlog, I have me just like sobbing. Oh God, what was the other book that I read recently that I cried to? There was something. Hold on. It was recent, I swear. Or was that a movie? I think it might have been a movie. I've heard The Stationery Shop is really sad. And then what's the one that everyone cries to? One really popular on TikTok.
A
Achilles.
Little Life?
A Little Life, yes, but also Achilles.
Oh, Song of Achilles?
Song of Achilles. Yeah. I cry really easily though, so like take that with a grain of salt.
I have never cried at a book. I've definitely like my eyes have teared up, but like it's never actually happened.
I cry easily. Freaking bald at the end of the Poppy War.
Are you gonna read Cassandra Clare's adult debut?
I don't know.
I also don't know.
Like her writing isn't I don't think her writing's like that good, but I think her dialogue is really good and like the characters. But in terms of like I don't know how she would write adult.
I'm scared of like YA author adult debuts now.
Holly Black's apparently was not
I
great.
I don't
Book
think
of
I've
the
heard a
Night.
single person who liked Book of Night,
Yeah.
and I don't want to read it. However, the edition of it that I have is stunning, so it will stay on my shelf.
Fair enough. I still want to sneak into your house and steal your copy of Babel. I'm gonna be honest. I
So
hope you despise that book for you'll give it to me. It's so pretty. It's not even funny. I don't like go out of my way to read sad books though. Like I cry so much. Why would I want to make myself cry more?
I'd be like interested to try and make a video at some point in time, not anytime soon, of like just reading sad books for a week. But also, I don't think like any of like the sad books are in genres that I would enjoy. So I don't think I'd be that connected to the book. So I don't think it would actually make me cry. Because I feel like a lot of like literary fiction is like really sad, and me and literary fiction do not get along.
Do not vibe, which is interesting because you like classics, and I feel like those are the most similar in genres.
Yeah, but like I like classics for like basically because they're classics, just because I like knowing like the references, and I like
That you
seeing.
feel superior to everyone because you read classics.
No, I like seeing where like certain like tropes or like just in motifs in literature come from. So I like reading classics for that, and like the vibe with a lot of classics is there. But I just don't think literary fiction's my thing.
It's only because Cassandra Clare has blips in the Infernal Devices that you're like must read those classics.
Actually, I think that is what inspired me to start reading classics. Like I need to read Great Expectations and A Tale of Two Cities because those are the series that like the Infernal Devices in the Last Hours, or those are the books that those series are based on.
Yeah.
Loosely.
Yeah. I don't know which classic I'm gonna read, but I'm gonna read at least one this year. Hold me accountable, please.
I still need to finish Anna Karenina, and that is one of my goals for 2023.
That's gonna turn into the Wiseman Sphere for you. 11 months. Let's go.
Hey, in my defense, it's a Russian classic.
Okay, and I'm gonna finish Anna Karenina in a week. Okay, no, I'm kidding. I'm not.
I was gonna say you're gonna. Let's see it.
You're gonna dive into that Russian classic? I think not. Do you have any Greek mythology recommendations? Percy Jackson, so good. But if you've read Percy Jackson, Lore by
Alexander Bracken.
Alexander Bracken. It's a standalone with Greek mythology. I really enjoyed that one.
I had a class a few years ago where we just read like a bunch of like normal like Greek books and whatnot. And I honestly, it's a lot to get through, but like the Iliad and the Odyssey are really good. And they're like where a lot of modern fantasy tropes like originated. So it's really interesting to see that, and it's really fun to like study. But I also think you can find like a version of the Odyssey that's written in like a novelized form instead of it just being like an epic poem, which I think is a bit easier to digest. But I think those are really good.
There you go. We've got some classic recommendations. I've read Cassandra Clare books when I was younger, but got at a point really bored. Is it worth looking into them again? I think her newer series are definitely, if you read The Mortal Instruments, like I understand that. It's hard to convince like an older audience to read The Mortal Instruments because like they're not that good, and the reason I enjoy them so much is because of nostalgia. It gives me that middle school carefree vibe, and I like loved them. I was obsessed with them in middle school. So I think that's why I like Cassandra Clare's like books for the most part, and why I continue reading them is partly because of nostalgia, but also because her dialogue and characters are like really good and really fun, and I love their sarcasm. But I don't know, it just depends on if you it depends on what type of reader you are. Like you could always give them another chance, but
personally, I picked up The Mortal Instruments in 2021 for the first time. I didn't like it. Like I didn't think it was very good, but I'd heard so many good things about like the prequel series, like the Infernal Devices. And then I read that one and I was like, this is good. This is so good. So if you read like her later books in the timeline and you thought they were boring, try the prequel series. And then if you still don't like those, then I would give up on it.
that's a fair analysis.
Because like even like what's it called? The Dark Artifices. I enjoyed it, but I don't enjoy it nearly as much as I enjoy the others.
I was obsessed with the Infernal Devices, but then when I reread the second book, I don't know if it was just because I reread the second book and didn't reread the first book, but I didn't enjoy it as much as I remembered because I like binged like the second book in one day and then the third book the very next day. I stayed up super late doing that. And then I reread it very shortly after that. But it's just been a while. It's a good series though. Like I remember enjoying it. It's better than the Mortal Instruments, but it just depends on your taste. Someone asked if you have to read Shadow and Bone to read Six of Crows. Okay, here's my Lee Bardugo Grishaverse opinion. You can go in and read Six of Crows, but you will be confused. But you said you've watched the TV show, so I assume you could understand the magic system a little bit better, so I don't think you need to read Shadow and Bone. But when I read Six of Crows, I was so freaking confused on the magic system because it's a little confusing to jump into Six of Crows without reading Shadow and Bone. I read Six of Crows, I reread Six of Crows, and then I read Shadow and Bone, and then I reread Six of Crows again, and now I understand it, but I'm just dumb. So you could be smarter than me and get it.
I started off by reading Shadow and Bone before I read Six of Crows, and I feel like that's like I agree that's the best way to go into it. I feel like I would have just been really confused. And like
They're not.
Shadow and Bone's a decent series. Like it's not great, but I do
It's
think
not
it's like
groundbreaking, but it's not
good.
horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Favorite couple of the entire Shadowhunter series. Katie, I'll let you have your opinion first.
I don't know. There are a few options, I suppose.
I'm gonna say something kind of controversial that
What
Katie's
is
gonna hate. I freaking love Jason Clary.
Ew.
Listen, Jace was my first like fictional crush. Little sixth grade me, I was like, ooh, I need me a Jace. So, for nostalgia purposes, I really do like Jason Clary. I do not like the duo in the Dark Artifices. They're annoying.
All right. I'll say my favorite is Gem and Tessa.
Gem and Tessa.
It's my hot take for the day.
Hot take, indeed.
Somebody wants to know if they can jump into the last hours because they just read the Infernal Devices and not read the Mortal Instruments. Like, yeah, you'll be fine.
I wouldn't know. I haven't read it yet, but I trust Katie.
Well, I mean, in the timeline, it makes sense because the last hours comes before the Mortal Instruments, so there's nothing to like spoil. So you'll be good.
I guess that's fair.
Somebody said, Cass, there's so many better romances.
I know. I understand that. But nostalgia is a very strong thing, okay? Like, do not underestimate nostalgia.
That's valid.
But if you want, like, really cute couples where romance isn't, like, necessarily the forefront of a book series, but the couples are really cute, Ranger's Apprentice is kind of a fun series.
We need to have, like, a drinking game.
I was gonna say, take a shot every time I mention Ranger's Apprentice. Oh, my goodness.
Somebody wants to know Emma and Julian slander. They kind of deserve it.
They're just annoying. All they do is whine. Someone said hot take, Will Gems has a throuple.
Girl, that's not a hot take. Agreed.
The average rating, did you get the Dark Artifice as a whole? I'm pretty sure I 5-starred all of them.
I think I gave every single one a 4-star.
Hold on. We'll fact check this.
Darcy says there's also a cute couple in Sorcery of Thorns, Cass.
Please, Darcy.
I agree, though.
Oh, I 4-starred Lady Midnight. I 4-starred Lord of Shadows. And I 5-starred Queen of Air and Darkness. So I 4-starred the first two. I think because they were a little slow. Then the last one, they left some breadcrumbs that I really want Cassandra Clare to expand upon.
I don't even remember what happened in that series at this point.
Oh, there were some breadcrumbs left. It tied it to the Mortal Instruments.
Okay. It's coming back to me.
Yeah.
Remembering things.
Cass is literally an unpaid ad for Ranger's Apprentice. I am.
You really are.
I am. I've debated reaching out to like
oh my god,
like Penguin Random House Australia to be like, hey, like,
Yay.
can I get arcs of this book? Because I've been promoting this endlessly for like 3 years. Like,
do they do arcs for the Ranger's Apprentice books?
No.
That's fake.
I mean, they're a children's book series. They're marketed as a children's book series, so they don't typically
arcs for like middle grade. Yeah, I don't know why I'm like.
I'm not going to say anything bad about the Australians. I've already offended the Canadians today.
So usually it's me, but not today.
I know.
Decided to rein it in.
I think Cass has talked more about Ranger's Apprentice than I've heard from anyone else in literally the whole life.
Cass is like one of the only people I've ever heard talk about Ranger's Apprentice, to be fair.
Yep. The only other person I know is like as hardcore fan as me is my friend Rosalie from the Netherlands. We're literally friends through Ranger's Apprentice. She runs like one of the biggest Ranger's Apprentice fandom accounts on Instagram, and it's like 2,000 followers. So like Ranger's Apprentice is not like that widely known.
I'll go follow.
Be careful, she posts spoilers.
I will not go. Actually, I don't care about spoilers for Ranger's Apprentice.
No, you should, because you will read them.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah. I will read them to you, okay?
Oh my god, it's so cute.
Willingly. Audiobook. Cassandra Lynn audiobook presentation. Presented The Ruins of Gorlon by John Flanagan.
I've already read that
Morgareth, the former Baron of Gorlon. I don't know. I think that's the first line. Is that the first line? Hold on.
You don't know? She's read this book like a million times and she doesn't know the first line.
No, it's Morgareth, former Lord of Baron of Gorlon. Morgareth, Lord of the Mountains of Raining Night, former Baron of Gorlon in the Kingdom of Araluin, looked over his bleak, rain-swept domain, and for perhaps the 1,000th time, cursed.
All right, keep going. Not actually.
No, I got you.
I'm
This was
sorry,
all that
guys.
was
I got
left
us
of him.
started.
A jumble of rugged granite cliffs, tumbled boulders and icy mountains, of sheer gorges and steep narrow passes, of gravel and rock, with never a tree or a sign of green to break the monotony. Even though it had been 15 years. I'll stop.
Somebody said their husband bought them books 1 through 12 for Christmas because he didn't want to upset you that they didn't have
Liz, your husband knows what's up.
them.
As he should. I am hosting a Ranger's Apprentice readathon. I just haven't posted the official announcement. It will start in February, reading book 1. It's going to be great. So if you have Ranger's Apprentice on your TBR,
Should join her.
Join. You should join.
Yeah.
Are you planning on reading more manga this year, Katie?
Oh, yeah. Love a good manga, love a good graphic novel, everything that remotely resembles them, I'll read.
Do you have any specific series planned that you do really want to read?
I need to continue Spy Family. Obviously.
You do.
It's sad that I haven't at this point. Aside from that, I really like, as far as this is manga, but as far as like graphic novels go, I really want to read the Lore Olympus series.
Okay, I've seen that all over Barnes and Noble.
I have the first one checked out from the library right now, so I'll probably read it today. What about you?
Tokyo Ghoul.
Mm.
I remember I started reading that back in like 2019, 2020 maybe, and I really liked it, and I just need to actually just check out all the books from the library and read them in one go.
Somebody asked what the difference was between Ranger's Apprentice and Assassin's Apprentice.
A lot.
Ranger's Apprentice is like it's the young adults series by John Flanagan, which is more like medievally vibes. Whatever.
Middle Ages, yeah.
Assassin's Apprentice is the first book in the Farseer trilogy by Robin Hobb, which is like an adult high fantasy series.
Yeah, big differences.
Oh, I do really want to read the Tea Dragon Society, which is another graphic novel.
Is that a graphic novel or a kid's book? I thought it was like a kid's picture book.
It's like kind of big, like the book, like the physical book, but it's like a graphic novel.
Oh, is it? It looks really cute. I don't remember which booktuber I watched that read that.
I've seen like a lot of people read it.
Should we read again in 3 minutes?
Fine.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's a kids graphic novel series. There we go.
There we go. I read Legend, the graphic novel. I really like the Legend trilogy. I considered I think that's on my TBR actually, the graphic novel version of Legend. I had the graphic novel version of An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir, but then I heard really bad things about it, and then I was like, oh, took that off my TBR.
I feel like graphic novel adaptations of like actual books are always questionable. Like some of them are good.
Have you read the Darkling one?
Oh, the Demon in the Woods? Not yet, but like I will soon.
They have it at my library. My sister had it checked out, and I was gonna borrow it and read it, but then she did not allow that to happen. And returned it. I
tried to read like the actual.
Do what?
No. Oh, I was gonna say I tried to read like the actual like story, The Demon in the Wood, after I finished Shadow and Bone. Mm-hmm. It was so boring.
I didn't even know there was a novel of it. I would just read.
I just saw it on Libby, and I was like, "Ooh, a novella, fun." Read like 2 pages. I was like, "Nope."
Ooh, people are talking about The Stolen Heir. Is that mid-January release?
It's tomorrow.
Oh, it's tomorrow release.
Yeah.
January 3rd. Things are happening. I think I'll read that eventually. I'm not sure. I don't know if I'll buy it, but when my library gets it, maybe I'll be like, hey.
I like literally have no idea how I'm gonna feel about it, just because I feel like most spin-off series aren't that good. like they never match like what the original series was, you know?
Yeah.
But I
Unless
am
you're
gonna
reading
read
Ranger's Apprentice, in which case the spin-off series are really
Okay, no more talking about Ranger's Apprentice. But
You can't stop me.
because the cover art of The Stolen Heir matches the other books in series, obviously I'm gonna buy it and read it that way instead of just like borrowing it from the library. But I love the cover art and just all of the art for the Folk of the Air. We still have 30 seconds. Get out of here.
Listen, for those joining, we're doing a reading sprint in 15 seconds.
Yeah. Here's what
I'm
we're
reading
reading.
Legendborn.
I'm reading Edge Dancer. You want some ASMR? Okay. We will end at 12:30.
We will end this reading sprint at 12:30.
Yes, yes.
Not necessarily this live stream. I don't know when we're gonna end this. When Katie gets fed up, probably.
Yeah, no offense. I'm not doing another reading sprint beyond this.
Last reading sprint, and then we'll chat a little bit, and then we'll say our goodbyes.
And we'll peace out.
And we'll peace out.
Wait, somebody just bought stickers from your shop.
Oh no, they opened stickers from my shop. Yay.
Not your laugh.
Make sure you send me pictures if you use them in your journal. I love seeing people use my stuff. Oh, I have a new very exciting product coming soon. Which, do y'all want a little spoiler for my bullet journal theme?
I already know. Oh wait, I don't know your journal theme.
A journal theme? The
Is
Cruel
it?
Prince. It is the Cruel Prince.
Fun.
I'm making a Cruel Prince map that will be coming up in my shop very soon.
I'm gonna buy
in perfect time for the Stolen Heir, you know?
I'm gonna buy 100 of them and wallpaper my wall with them.
Okay, I'll hold you to that.
Okay.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna
at 12:30. Happy reading.
As PR.
Do what?
I'm gonna need you to send those to me as PR, actually.
Girl, you already know I would do that.
Okay, I'm gonna start talking quietly and slowly get louder so I don't startle anybody. Welcome
It's
back.
page 128. Ew,
I'm on
so
page
good.
134.
What?
I'm on page 134.
134. The computer or your Wi-Fi lagged or whatever, and it sounded like 134.
Yeah, you don't know that number.
Oh my goodness. I'm really enjoying this so much.
Nice.
It's so good. I think I need a nap though.
I'm also tired.
I'm getting a little sleepy. I did not get that much sleep last night because I was like about to go to bed and I was like, I did not edit my video for tomorrow. So then I stayed up doing that.
See, I told myself I was gonna get up earlier this morning and finish editing my video.
But that didn't happen.
Did not happen.
How did everyone's reading go? I'm so sorry. I've been yawning like nonstop through this sprint. Daughter of the Moon Goddess. That's a good one. I did really enjoy that one.
Yeah, me too. I'm like so tired now.
I know. Me too. Oh my goodness. 71 of Lore. Oh, good deal, good deal. I'm assuming that's supposed to say a good girl's guide to murder, not a food girl's guide to murder. The Stolen Heir. I got it early at the my Barnes and Noble loves me. Ooh, Charlotte.
I'm jealous, Charlotte.
Very fun.
Somebody's 20 pages from finishing. Where'd it go? Crown of Shadows. There we go.
Crown of Shadows.
I started reading it because I thought it said Crown of Midnight, but I've never heard of Crown of Shadows. Well, I saw Crown of and then Shadows, so I was like, Throne of Glass.
Yeah, Crown of Midnight. Yeah, it's funny.
Oh, somebody's reading Bunny. That's an interesting one.
That's an adventure. That was an adventure.
I like Bunny. Cass did not.
Darian's on 270 of Legendborn. It is so good. I'm enjoying it so much. Caraval.
Somebody's reading
Dance of Thieves. There are so many good.
I don't know if I was just like late to knowing about this, but did you know that Dance of Thieves is a spin-off series?
What?
It's a spin-off series to the Kiss of Deception, I think, series. I don't know what that series is called, but there's like a trilogy that is.
You have to read the first one?
I have no idea, but I saw like an Instagram reel about it yesterday, and like my mind was blown.
I did not know that. I feel like you don't have to read the first one just because like Dance of Thieves is way more popular than the other thing that you just said, so could make sense. Maybe it's like a Six of Crows, Shadow and Bone situation where you can read either one first.
Yeah. Ooh, somebody's reading Fairy Tale by Stephen King. I want to read that book so badly, but I want to get like there's a UK version of it that's like a paperback, I think, but it's like a normal trade paperback, so it's like big. So I want to like order that at some point in time and read that.
I think the cover's pretty, from what I recall.
Yeah, it's like blue. It's like an eye on it or something. Sounds like I just described the Shatter Me book cover.
I do want to read Shatter Me, I think, at one point. Like
it's a good time.
I don't know. I think I would kind of enjoy it, maybe. I don't know.
I like that.
That's a 2023 goal. I want to read more books with dragons in them.
Ooh, I like that. More fantasy. Breed Priory.
Yeah. I plan to. A Court of Wings and Ruin. Ooh, that's gonna ruin you. That's good. I like that. I like the trilogy quite a bit. ACOTAR's pretty good.
I like the first 2 books. And I like Silver Flames.
I thought you didn't like the first book.
No, I like the first book.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I like the first 2. I mean, I just said it in Silver Flames. Just not like Frost and Starlight, and I don't really like Wings and Ruin.
Frost and Starlight can go. No, I hate it. I don't know what insult I was gonna say, but I don't like it.
Somebody said they read the first 2 books in the Shatter Me series. You gotta read the 3rd. It's the best one.
Isn't that the ending of like the first story arc?
Yeah. I wouldn't recommend continuing on with
You wouldn't?
No. Like it's kind of interesting, but I don't think it's interesting enough to read 3 more books.
Okay, noted.
Well, Linda,
I keep yawning. This is ridiculous. Oh my goodness. I do apologize if I'm making anyone yawn. I'm trying to like cover my face.
Linda wants to know if anybody's heard of Trist 6 Venom. I've heard of it before. I don't remember who it's by though. I know it's like a romance book, I think.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I heard I think Books with Chloe read it. Or Chloe Bunny. Whatever her username is now. But that's the only place I've heard of it.
I wonder if that's a reference to Bunny, because I know she really loved Bunny.
Oh, it definitely is.
Yeah?
Yeah. Penelope Douglas, that's who wrote that book.
Oh. Okay. I read Punk 57 by her.
How was it?
March of last year. I 3-starred it. It wasn't groundbreaking.
I don't think Penelope Douglas is an author for me.
I don't think so either. I don't think she's an author for me either. Neither is Colleen Hoover.
I don't want to read Colleen Hoover.
Yeah. Do we have any final thoughts?
No.
Yeah, no thoughts, head empty.
I'm trying to decide what I should read today, though. I've been thinking about it, and I still don't know. So I'd like an opinion.
Okay, I'm ready.
So I'm either going to read Bloodmarked by Tracy Deonn.
Yes.
I could read The Heart of the Sun Warrior by Celeste.
Okay.
Or I could just completely give up on that and read Oathbringer by Brandon Sanderson. Or start it. Not read it. Start it.
Is that the 3rd book in the Stormlight Archives?
I'm going to have to finish this tiny one first, but I'm already like almost done with it.
All those are good.
Or I could start The Name of the Wind. I have so many options.
I would say Bloodmarked, just because I'm reading Legendborn right now, and I feel like I'm going to jump right into Bloodmarked, and it'd be fun to be able to talk about it together.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Everybody wants Bloodmarked. There we go.
All right. Everyone's very gung-ho about, like, I mean, when the vote was cast for me, it was Legendborn, and now Bloodmarked for you. Good stuff. Good stuff. I just finished Babel, and I'm crying so hard. That stresses me out, because I know I'm going to cry. Whenever people are like, I cried, I'm like, oh. So I'm going to cry. That's what I'm getting at.
Thank you all for partaking in this vote. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Yeah, Bloodmarked was like the clear winner. There was no like.
Maybe I'll even finish it. Who knows?
We are doing a 24-hour readathon, so perhaps.
Don't read that fast. So.
Oh, that's a me thing, isn't it? I was like, I have 3 books: Chain of Gold, Legendborn, and The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and I'm like, yeah, I can finish all those. 24-hour period. What the heck? Why not?
I'm gonna focus on Bloodmarked, but then I'm gonna finish this one. And I'm going to read this graphic novel.
Yeah.
Because you always got to get the graphic novels going.
Yes, absolutely. Sorry, there's a person walking past my door. My windows, like my window blinds are open. I was just like, don't look at me. Yeah, my problem is I want to go to the full cup now, but the only audiobook I have is Chain of Gold. So I could sit and read this, or I could draw and listen to Chain of Gold. Or maybe I can find the audiobook for Legendborn. Let's see. Real time.
I wish I had the audiobook for Bloodmarked. I had it when it first came out, and then I just never like actually did anything with it.
Is there too much of a hold on it now? Or
oh yeah. I mean, I put a hold on it, but
I was shocked that there was not a wait list for Chain of Gold. I don't know how I got that.
I thought I borrowed Chain of Gold.
No, that was me.
I definitely borrowed it, though.
No, I definitely borrowed it.
I swear to God, I borrowed that. We share a Libby account, which is why this is like...
This is an argument that's happening right now. No, I distinctly remember.
So do I. Because I was planning to start it.
But I was planning to start it for this readathon.
I was planning to start like a few weeks ago.
Yeah, but you did not have it.
We'll figure this out later.
Anyway.
Not that it matters.
It doesn't. I mean, we have it. Okay, I'll deal with that problem later.
Not that I'm gonna like read it right now anyway, so.
That's true. You'll find time to reread it before the third one comes out, though. You have all of January.
Yeah, maybe.
No problem.
There's long books, though. Like 500 pages.
Yeah, but it's Cassandra Clare writing. It always, like...
Honestly, like, if I don't have time to reread it, it's fine. I don't even care.
I'll give you the 411. I'll give you the rundown. Don't even worry.
It has been like a year and a half since I read them the first time, so maybe I do need to reread them. I'm just talking out loud here. My bad, guys.
I just found an audiobook for Legendborn, but it was on YouTube, and I'm like, good enough. I don't feel bad about listening to it because I bought the book, so I'm already supporting the author. No,
that's true. I tried to find one for Bloodmarked on YouTube, but it's new. It's too new.
It's too new.
Oh, Charlotte, that's
look through it and look at your tabs. That's a good idea for.
I did annotate those books pretty heavily, so I think that'll help.
I feel like I'm gonna bring my annotating supplies.
I want to reread the whole thing so I can like read the tabs in context.
Yeah.
Somebody asked if you can start the Infernal Devices before any other books, but like, yeah, it's the very first book or the series in the timeline, so you'll be good. You can just start there. Ooh, somebody asked if I liked Words of Radiance or Way of Kings better. I literally have no clue. Maybe Words of Radiance? I don't know.
That's how I feel about the Kingkiller Chronicles. I'm like, The Name of the Wind, The Wiseman Sphere. They're both so good. Like, yeah. I feel like you will definitely enjoy it, and I feel like I will definitely enjoy Words of Radiance. Oh my gosh.
I mean, I haven't seen a single bad thing about it, so
yeah. Do we want to say our goodbyes?
Oh yeah. Somebody just mentioned
questions.
Scribd is also a place you can look for audiobooks.
Is that a free platform?
You can get a month free trial, which is what I do every now and then when I need an audiobook for something and I can't find it. Maybe they'll have it on Scribd.
You guys mostly annotate a reread book. Wow, why am I struggling? A reread book or annotate it while reading it the first time. Usually the first time. It's really hard, actually. Well, at least for me, to like annotate a book I've already read, just because I'm not having any like nuanced thoughts about it. I'm just like, yeah, I remember this.
Yeah, I like for the most part, I just annotate them the first time I read them. But if I reread them after I've annotated them, I will add tabs if I have anything else to say. But I have gone back and like reread books and annotated them just because I wanted to. But like there are less things to say when you annotate it the second time.
Yeah, I did that with Ranger's Apprentice. Anyways, Katie's favorite book in the Infernal Devices is Clockwork Prince.
Yes.
I'll just answer that for you.
Clockwork Princess Don't even worry about it. Just makes me sad.
Yeah. Have I read Once Upon a Broken Heart? I have. I 4-starred both of those. I actually like Caraval more, which is interesting because I've heard a lot of people like Once Upon a Broken Heart, that soon-to-be trilogy, more than Caraval, but I thought it was okay.
When I read the first one, I liked Caraval more, but now that I've read Ballad, I think I like the spin-off series more.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Her writing's so quick to read, though. Like, I read those books very fast. It was a fun time. Like, I'm gonna read the third book, even though it pisses me off that there's a third book, because I really love how the second book ended. But whatever.
Oh, somebody wants to know how long it took me to read Words of
Took her a
Radiance.
week.
1 week, guys. 7 days. And I'm so proud of myself. This is a really long pause.
Yeah, I was reading. Abby, I have not actually caught up in the Last Magician series. I read the first book in 2020, and that's all I've got going for me. I'm gonna reread it and read the rest of the series this year now that it's complete. But my sister warned me about like a cliffhanger on the third book, and so I was like, I'll just wait. I'm in no rush. I bought them anyway because they look really pretty. So even if I don't like them, they look pretty.
Somebody asked if you have to read Caraval first for
so.
the whatever. Like, I think it's slightly helpful because there are a few like concepts that are described a bit better in Caraval for the spin-off series, but like you don't have to. And like one of the main characters of the spin-off series is introduced in Caraval, but he's not like, well, he's kind of a main character. You don't have to if you don't want to.
All right, I'm hungry. My stomach is gonna end the stream.
All right, guys. It's been fun.
It's been very fun.
Happy second day of 2023.
Oh, do we want to say hello to the vlog?
Oh, yeah. I saw a few of you guys said hello to my vlog when you saw me setting up a shot during this. I forgot to record them.
That's funny.
Wait.
I don't have like a place to set this because my computer's like on the edge of my bed and my half-eaten bagel. So
all right, say hi. I got it.
Say hi or bye, honestly, at this
Either
point.
one, or just whatever you want to say.
We'll pretend it's the middle of the vlog or the middle of the live stream. So fun. Thank you all so much for showing up. Hopefully y'all got some good reading. We will have another reading sprint this month on the 14th.
Yes.
So if you are watching this back and you were not able to watch it live, there'll be another one on the 14th. So stay tuned. That will be on my channel.
Sandra's channel.
Link in the description.
Link in the description. Actually, I'm going to take the link out of the description.
And Happy New Year to you all. I hope you're having a good start to your 2023. Hopefully this was a good start to your 2023. Our company. I know Katie's company made my 2023 better already.
I know. A lot of people say that.
Really humble about it too.
No, I'm just kidding. I've had a great time today. Thanks to Cass's lovely company. Thanks to you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good rest of y'all's Saturday. Oh my gosh. Monday.
It's Monday.
Have a good rest of y'all's Monday.
All right. Have a good week. First day of the week. First Monday of the year. Go out there and get it.
Seize the day.